So what we can do is think about the number of trays, the time that we're cooking, and how many packets we can use. So for example, if I have one packet, the maximum that my oven can take is 2. Well, I can fit 6 cakes onto one tray. That's going to take 15 minutes. However, if I use 2 packets and I can fit 2 trays into my oven, then I can make 12 cakes with it. So that's the model that I'm going to try to do at the moment. So bear with me on this one. If you don't understand it, then we can go through the formula together, but basically it's straightforward. It's just based on the number of trays that we are using in an oven at one time, and we'll see that model later. And we're going to use that round formula as well. So what I need to do is round. Okay, that's the first thing we need to do, is round the number of packets. Okay, and we're going to divide it by the number of trays. And don't forget, if we're going to drag right, we actually need to keep that still by putting the dollar signs in it. So that is saying that if I've got one packet, the maximum I can use is 2 trays. They're going to fit. They're going to fit in the oven. And that is going to be multiplied by the amount of time it takes to cook. And don't forget, it's going to be dragged right. So I'm going to press F4 to keep that still and press enter. Whoops. I need to specify how many digits I need at the end. In the wrong place. I don't want any decimal points. I just need to know how many whole minutes. There we go. So it's 15 minutes for one packet, and I've got a maximum of 2 trays. If I just drag that right, you'll see this work out. So this time I've got 2 packets. 2 packets. I've got 2 trays, so I can put 6 on each tray, giving me 12, and it's still only going to take me 15 minutes to cook them. So 2 trays will fit in the oven, got 15 minutes. However, if I now move it along to using 3 packets, which would be 18 cakes, I've got to cook in 2 batches. So I can only cook 12, which will take 15 minutes. But because I've got an 18, another 6, that means I'm going to have to do it twice. So it's going to take me 30 minutes to cook. And if I drag that right, you can see, again, if I use 4 packets, I'm going to have to use 2 sessions, because I can use 2 trays. So that's the purpose of that formula. It's going up in 15 minutes, but I can use a maximum of 12, 24, 36 each time, so I'm doing it in 12s. So that is my formula to work it out the number of minutes available for cooking. So there we go. And now we've got how long it takes to prepare and how long to cook. So now I've got a total amount of time. Now imagine that we're going to hire the kitchen and the oven, but we need to know that we're paying £5 an hour, so we need to know how many hours we require. So I need to find out the total time in minutes. So let's put that in mins. Got a little bit wide there, but don't forget we can widen this. Total time is just that number plus that number, which gives me my total cooking time. That number plus that number. And that's quite a straightforward formula to play around with. There we go. So let's just drag that to the right, and now we've got the total time. So here if I'm going to be making 132 cakes, if I want to sell them at 37p each, I need 22 packets. So preparation is going to take 220 minutes, cooking time is going to take 165 minutes, so the total time is going to be 385 minutes to do 132 cakes. So now I've got some useful information coming my way, which is going to help me plan and work out things like my break-even point, because it's going to be ridiculous if it's going to take me 10 hours to cook the cakes and I only sell 4 cakes. So we're getting some useful information. So in the next video, we're going to start taking a look at how much it's going to cost us to hire